more passion about helping people now than I think ever existed. It's, you know, being willing to talk through those things and being able to develop athletes and recognize that, you know, I'm not always going to have the right answers. I can look to other people. I can lean on my athletes. I can lean on other coaches that I know and still find a way to serve people.
Nice work, Molly. Nice work, nice work, nice work.
Molly.
Good.
To see as many people wear my family name, yeah, that's pretty special to me. This business saved my life. I was unemployed. I was sitting on a couch trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life in the fall, late fall, early winter of 2015. And by January 2016, I feel like my life started over. It wasn't perfect. There was a lot of growth inside of that, but it brought me my family. It brought me my wife. It brought me some of the best friends I'm ever going to know. And it's brought stability to the coaches in their lives so they can provide for their families. And it's also brought dreams coming true to athletes that may have felt that they've never been able to, or were never going to be able to achieve anything in the sport.
Perfection, great job.
Day one was January 6, 2016. It was me and 10 athletes living in West Hartford, Connecticut at the time, 10 local athletes. And after maybe 30 days or so, I brought on my first coach who lived local to me as well, one of my closest friends, Michelle. It just started developing from there. And by the end of the year, we had 9 or 10 coaches on staff and about 150, 160 athletes across the country. So right now that brings us up to, I think, 30 coaches. We don't do anything pre-made. Everything that we do is individualized. So we have coaches that work with athletes on a one-to-one basis. Some athletes might have similar training, but this communication, this direct line of communication and working with people and developing them and, you know, being able to text your coach and talk to your coach, you know, it's wonderful to be able to have a coach have a direct line of communication with an athlete and an athlete back to a coach.
Ease off just a slight bit.
What we started to see is this kind of pulling into the squad some of the best athletes in the country naturally. It's not because we're giving them anything. It's because they want to be a part of something, and they feel like they have something more to give to the sport and more to give to themselves. But the opportunities just weren't there elsewhere. You know, we don't have a major sponsor covering all expenses, but, you know, outside of that, these athletes are, you know, they're pursuing excellence within themselves for the purpose of finding the best in themselves, and not because they're being paid for it, because they don't have that money coming in every month. They are chasing after the very best of themselves, and we want to provide something that allows them an environment to be able to do just that.
Let's get it.
You know, they've been turned down by other teams. You know, a few years back, they were told that they weren't good enough, that they're never going to amount to more than they were. And after a few years of some dedicated coaching and development,
How's that first one?
you know, they found themselves in the top 15 at U.S. championships, in the top 15 at world majors. And we have a vision of 2024, representing Team USA at World Championships and at Paris 2024 and beyond.
Nice and smooth and controlled. Good work, guys.
Every time we've written a goal about where it is we want to be and what it is we want to try to accomplish, we've achieved it. It might not have been perfect to get there, but we've achieved those goals. So it's time to set our sights higher. It's time to set our sights bigger. So one of the goals we have is to place an athlete on a world championship team, which we've done with Footsum at the World Half Championships, so long as that goes forth in the fall of this coming year. He earned his right to be at the World Half Marathon Championships, which is great. But beyond this immediate season, you know, we want to have athletes represent the top Americans at world majors. We want to be on the podium. We want to win U.S. championships. We want to compete at the highest level possible, and show that, you don't need to have everything handed to you perfectly to accomplish those things. And not that means to take away from anybody else, but we're doing things in a different way, and we're working our very hardest, and we want to show that we can represent the everyday runner and represent something that can still accomplish something even though you're working full time, and even though you don't have that full sponsorship. We can still accomplish those things. And I think down the road, if that opens the doors for some of these athletes individually, I think that would be a wonderful opportunity for them. I really believe that we're changing lives, and it's been a blessing.
What can I give? What can I give? What can I give? Here we go, last one.